So today I wanted to share with you a wonderful app that I think will help you both for instruction and planning purposes. So the app is from Lead4Ward. You can see in the bottom left-hand side, it has the dark blue spot. It's available for both our iPhones as well as our Android phones. I'm going to go ahead and open it up. So you can see it's comprised of 5 parts. The first part is this big white circle. This big white circle is the timer. The timer is not actually for students. It's actually for the teacher. So if you're not interrupting your direct instruction every 8 minutes to check for understanding, this timer is here to help you make that a little bit easier to remember to do. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what this timer, how it would function by just pressing the 0 and the 1 second. And I'm going to show you. Okay, and you can see that the check for understanding, that your alarm will go, and if your volume's on, and it will read you either to where you can press quick check, think it up, or back to timer. So if you already know, let me ask the students this question, I can go press back to timer and start it again. Or if you did not think of something to do for a quick check, or you want let me make something kind of entertaining, something different, let me go to quick check. Some of these you may notice are ones that you have used in the past. Others of them might be completely new. So Fact or Fib Showdown. Let me go check and see what that is. And then as this works out well for your students, you can go ahead and facilitate that quick check for understanding. Over on Think It Up, and by the way, Think It Up is, I can access it here, or I can always go back to the home and press them from there. This is really looking at the type of thinking. So what is the thinking I want my students to do? I'm in science, I want them to do cause and effect. Maybe I'm in social studies, I want them to do cause and effect or compare and contrast. Maybe I want them to summarize what we've learned. Maybe I want to make connections. So what it lets us do, I'm going to go ahead and just grab, let's do make a connection. So these are questions that I can ask students. These are really good as potential warm-up questions, short answer questions on assignments, closure questions, or it can even be discussion questions. I can use this as a right pair share kind of conversation. So this is leveled by types of thinking, where the quick checks are more by the actual strategies. Last but not least, the thing I really want to show you is the resource content binder, which is awesome. So there's a bunch of information in here. I'm just going to pretty much show you 2 things. The first one is the instructional strategies. In the instructional strategies, let's say you are lesson planning and you're like, I want to make sure I'm incorporating movement. I don't want kids sitting there for an entire hour. So I can go over into the movement and discourse, and I can see all these different strategies that we can use throughout my week. So I could be, rise and shine. Let me go see what that one is. And so it'll pull up the PDF. It takes a little bit of time to pull it off, but here we go. And don't be fooled by the pictures always being really cute little young kids. These are good for all learners, including our middle schoolers. So it says, like here, they're going to be doing their favorite, whatever it's going to be. And then it explains how to do the strategy. It gives you pictures. If you're like, that doesn't work for me, we can just go back and we can find a different strategy. So these are all movement ones that'll get students out of their seats. You can see there's ones that are specifically for learning from mistakes. What a fantastic thing. So we can go and we can find a different strategy. And so there's more than one. It doesn't just mix up your learning of what's happening in your class. It also lets you try out some strategies that are really well developed, well proven, and things that you can build upon and develop and make your own. Okay, so those are instructional strategies. Another thing you can use is the thinking stems. And this is like if I wanted to do this on the fly, I might go and I might say, okay, everybody, I want you to write down blank is an example of blank, and I use blank when I blank, and have the students type something in for a discussion board, or go in and use that as a warm-up or something like that. There's a lot more to these. They'll do things specifically by content area, but I just kind of wanted to show you a little bit of that because I thought that these are some really wonderful resources, and with it being the app, I think especially these quick checks and the Think It Up and the app are my favorites because it's kind of on the go, where the resource content binder is more like if I'm planning. So I hope you enjoy it. If you enjoy it, spread the word.